Greetings, everyone. Pete Pardo here from Sea of Tranquility. Welcome to pick number 30 of my favorite debut albums, the top debut albums of all time. 31 of them, because there's 31 days in October. Each and every day we're going to give a different one. It's such a hard thing to do, right? Because there are so many great debut albums in music history across all genres: rock, pop, classic rock, hard rock, metal, prog, blues, rock, blues, whatever, jazz. I mean, this fusion, there's so many great debut albums. So many great debut albums that it's next to impossible to kind of single out 31, right? There's just so many. And there's so many legendary bands that didn't really have an amazing debut. They got really much better, and they started releasing superior albums later on, maybe with album number 2, 3, or 4, right? And some bands, they came out with that great debut and they never quite lived up to that ever again. So really, really difficult to just pick 31. But doing the best we can. And again, we're picking the ones that we really like the most, the ones that we feel are the most special to us. If I don't list some of your favorites, doesn't mean that they're not great albums, right? It's just not really my cup of tea, so to speak, right? So for today, for pick number 30, this is an album that if we would have done this probably 5 years ago, I don't think I would have included it here, but I've really grown an appreciation for this album. And I like the band. They're not one of my favorites, but I think this debut album is just absolutely spectacular and really, really special, and it absolutely needs to be on here because I think it was a huge album. I mean, top to bottom, there's no bad songs on it. And like I said, even though this style of music and the band in general is not like everyday type of listen for me, I can play this album anytime and really love it. And it's really one of the true great debuts albums of all time. And it was released on June 6, 1978, recorded at AIR Studios, or Air Studios in London, England, produced by Roy Thomas Baker for Elektra Records. I'm talking about the Cars. That's right. Yep, Pete is picking the Cars. Can you believe it? For those of you who thought everything on my list was going to be metal and prog and hard rock and stuff, well, a good chunk of it very well might be. But not this one. This is a killer album. Like I said, an album as time has gone on and I've gotten older. I just can't deny this album because these are all really, really great songs, and it, like, start to finish, just doesn't let up. Whatever you want to call it. New wave, pop, synth pop, post-punk, whatever you want to call this. There's some hard rock on here too as well. Rick Ocasek, vocals, rhythm guitar. Elliot Easton, lead guitar, backing vocals. Benjamin R, vocals and bass. David Robinson, drums and percussion. And Greg Hawkes on keyboards. Percussion, saxophone, backing vocals. David Robinson also does backing vocals on here as well. You had, like I said, Roy Thomas Baker producing, Jeff Workman engineering, Nigel Walker also did some help on the engineering, and George Marino did the mastering. So what do we have on this album? Well, I mean, like I said, this is just, you couldn't escape these songs. I mean, most of these were radio songs and radio hits. And even like the somewhat deeper cuts are spectacular and should have been hits as well. Good Times Roll, right? Let the Good Times Roll. So good. That chorus is great. The vocals of Orr and Ocasek they're kind of similar, but not. Like back in the day when I was younger, I thought it was like one guy singing everything. Now you can kind of tell the difference between the two, but they have similar type vocal styles. My Best Friend's Girl, totally memorable. Just What I Needed. I mean, that's the one song when I was a kid that I always really dug on this album. And then the rest of it, I was kind of like, all right, that's pretty good, but maybe a little lightweight for me. Now, these are just great songs. But Just What I Need is a really great up-tempo rock song. I'm in Touch with Your World. Awesome. Don't You Stop. Really, like I said, some of these deep cuts are excellent. You're All I've Got Tonight. I Need You Tonight. Dun, dun, dun. Great song. Bye Bye Love, terrific. Moving in Stereo. That's just this so futuristic, creepy, synthy. Yeah, just great. And then my favorite song on the album, one of the great deep cuts of all time and one of the great album closes of all time for an album like this, All Mixed Up. I think All Mixed Up is just great. That should have been a massive hit to me. Love the chorus, man. Love that kind of like orchestral background thing going on. Ben's vocal is just so good. The kind of call and response on the chorus, so good, just so good. Every time I listen to that song, it's like it's stuck in my head for hours afterwards. Just absolutely love it. Such a haunting track. So good. I mean, yeah, start to finish, so good. Great album. It's basically like almost like a greatest hits album. You can make a double greatest hits album. You'd have everything on here, and then a whole bunch of Candio, and then a sprinkling of other stuff. Boom, there you go. All right, so what do we got as far as like charts and things like that? So in Australia, this made it to number 35. Canada, number 50. New Zealand, number 5. UK album charts, number 29. US Billboard Top 200 made it to number 18. Pretty good, pretty good. Certifications, Australia, double platinum, 140,000 units sold. Canada, double platinum, 200,000 units sold. New Zealand, platinum, 15,000. UK silver, 60,000. And here in the US of A, 6 times platinum, 6 million copies sold and counting. That's pretty damn enormous, I think, right? And we forgot to mention it on yesterday's show for Cheap Trick, but as far as like singles go, Just What I Needed was released May 29th, 1978. So right before the album was released. My Best Friend's Girl, October 10th, 1978. And Good Times Roll, 1979, February 20th, 1979. But like I said, FM rock radio, classic rock radio, most of these songs have at one point or another been played quite a bit over the years. So, yeah. So that's my pick for today. The Cars debut album. And got to mention, what a great guitar player Elliot Easton is, right? I mean, holy cow. Tasty licks and solos everywhere. Explosive solos. I mean, he adds that kind of rock oomph to all these Cars albums, right? It's just so good. And there they are. I wanted to show them. I always thought the back cover was pretty cool, too. Great photograph. So that is my pick for today. The Cars. Let us know what you think of the Cars debut down in the comments below, as well as your pick for today. Pick number 30. We're going to count our way all the way over to number 1, which will be revealed on the 31st on Halloween. So thanks for watching, everybody. Visit us on the web at www.seaoftranquility.org. We're on Facebook. We're on YouTube all together all the damn time. Please subscribe if you haven't already and click on that notification bell so you get alert of all of our content as it posts. And please do hit the like button before you leave. Also, down below, we got the links to our Ko-Fi page for channel donations, our merch page, and our Cameo page. Thank you in advance for all your support there, as always. And we'll see you soon here with more stuff. I am Pete Pardo. Thanks for watching, everybody. Tune in. It is Wednesday, new album review day, so make sure you check out some of the new stuff that we're going to be featuring today. Should be reviewing at least a couple for you today. I hope to get, at minimum, we got the John Entwistle, which is already up on the channel. That's been a little preview for our members. That's going live today. We got the new Blue Heron and the new Pure Reason Revolution. So we got a little bit of prog there, a little bit of stoner and doom metal. So yeah, and I'll try to get some more if I can, but lots to cover. Like a brand new Chicago archival release just came in. We got live Big Train here. We got live Grateful Dead came in. I got some more Norwegian prog, brand new from the Ancients. New Victory, new, what else? Sirius Black. I got such a stack of new stuff here. It's out of control, and new stuff keeps coming in. So, yeah, new Heron is here. What else? New for all your Anathema fans. I got the new Weather Systems in, too. So, I haven't listened to any of these, so I got plenty of listening to do. So, we'll get to it as we get to it. So, that's what we're doing. That's what's coming. I'm Pete Pardo. Tune in tomorrow for pick number 29. Till then, have a good day, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.